Yeah, there was something that I watched a long time ago, and yet I realized I never did a video on it. Hello guys, welcome! Or if you've already seen my channel before, Elementary, my dear, Watson. Elementary. Sorry, now I know exactly why the show is called that. This video is about, actually off my normal milieu about talking about Doctor Who. Now I'm going to be talking about a show that I was given as a recommendation to see a while ago. And I did see it immediately after getting the recommendation, but I realized I never acknowledged that I did see it, and that is the TV show called Elementary, which has many seasons to it, and it's about, if you don't know, it's another modern version of Sherlock Holmes, where Sherlock Holmes was played by Jonny Lee Miller, but it takes place in America because he has come to America after getting exposed for having an addiction to drugs. Comes to America, and Watson is played by Lucy Liu, and there's also Aidan Quinn in here, and also lots of other very good actors and actresses as well. Now, mind you, I've only seen the first season, where I went to my, friend's house and I binge watched this show like you would not believe. The whole first season for a full day and a half, I just sat there watching episode after episode. Now, this season and series came out at a time where there was a lot of high demand for Sherlock Holmes happening at one time. There was Sherlock over in Britain, where you had Benedict Cumberbatch, and you also had Morgan Freeman playing Sherlock and Watson. You also had Sherlock Holmes the movies happening. You had Jude Law, and you had Robert Downey Jr. as well. So there was a lot of Sherlockiness happening at the time. And because of that, you can always drown yourself in all that's going on. And I saw Sherlock Holmes, Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. Overall, I liked them as Holmes and Watson. I really liked them a lot. Then I saw Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. I was like, oh, well, yeah, that's very good too. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. So naturally, Elementary was going to be something that was overlooked with me. I looked at it as just another Sherlock modernization. But then I was told to see it because it was a very good show. I did. It is brilliant. Scandalous. I might like it, even though I like Moffat's take on Sherlock. I might like this Sherlock of Elementary a little more because, one, there's a lot more of it. This was like, over 20 episodes in one season, so there's just more of it, which I always like a great deal of. And I love Jonny Lee Miller's take on Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is a character that's been done many times over and over again. Same with Watson as well. These characters have been done so many times. To see Jonny Lee Miller be able to come in, and while there are two other Sherlocks happening at one time, and even after all the many other versions of Sherlock, he still gave a unique Sherlock Holmes. This is incredible. To do a character that's been done so many times, still do your unique take of it, shows how you can, after seeing many versions of one thing, even when there are versions of that thing you're doing, while you're doing it, you can still give another version of it at the same time. You don't have to just cut and paste another person's performance. That is incredible. That's true talent right there. Now, this show, well written, well paced, a lot of really good stories to it, very good episodes. I just loved the first season all around. The twist at the end was amazing. And then we're also going to get into the idea of the gender differences. Watson is a male character played by a female character, Lucy Liu. And there's another female character that turns out, unless future seasons, it turns out, disprove what I saw at the end of the first season, which is the fact that there's one female character that turns out was also a male character. And that was an incredible twist. This did not bother me at all. These gender differences did not bother me at all. And I know you're thinking, those who have seen my previous videos, thinking, how is that possible? I have many reasons. One, this is not like you're taking a male character that was male in the series for so long and now making it female. No, it wasn't. This character was a new take on a classic character with Lucy Liu as Watson and another female eventually being put into a male, and both of them were not a complete gender swap mid-show. They were a new take on Sherlock, and the female was a female from the very beginning. But also, it feel like even when it came out, I remember hearing about Elementary, and I don't recall there being all this political discussions of like, yeah, women now are men, awesome. It was just, yeah, we have a female playing a male now. Let's do it. Hey, let's just do the show. It was just showing something without drowning it all in politics. It was like, here is our product. Take it or leave it. Here's what it is. And I respect that. And also Lucy Liu. I was a little apprehensive about seeing it with Lucy Liu. Not because she was a woman, ironically. It's because I didn't know how she would be as Watson. And Lucy Liu actually really works well as a straight character against Sherlock Holmes's, more eccentric character. They actually balance each other out very well. And Lucy Liu somehow works with Jonny Lee Miller's acting style in a very cool way. I had to give credit to that. I was like, whoa, that surprised me. But it wasn't the fact she was a woman that I was worried about. It was the fact that simply that I was worried how she was going to be in the part. But she was actually very fine. And the female character at the very end of the first season turns out to be a male. She was incredible. Perfect casting there. My God. Again, doing a new take on a classic character without it feeling tired. We see women doing something unique and not just copying the men that they've done, that the male characters have done before. They did their own fresh thing with it. But also that twist where the female turns out to be, who was a male is a female, that was incredible. That was not played up for politics, it seemed. That was played up for shock value. It's a twist. It was relying on its storytelling, not relying upon the politics to tell the story, which feels like a great difference. I'm not against females playing men. I'm against imbalance. I'm against where females playing a male character and it's all about, again, politics behind it, or about negativity towards men, or like men sucks and now we women are doing things. No. This one, yes, Lucy Liu plays Watson, a female character who was once a male character, but there still was a sufficient amount of male characters in this, including Sherlock Holmes, and then Aidan Quinn plays the captain, or it's a different actor, and I've got my names completely mixed up, and there's another detective there. You have a substantial amount of male characters who are in this, who are very good, substantial characters, and they're not degrading male characters to build up the female characters. There is a beautiful balance, and that's all I care about is balance. In Sherlock Holmes, we still have Sherlock Holmes as played by Jonny Lee Miller, doing a great job. You have a British male playing, again, the British male iconic character. It's just nice seeing this balance still being intact there, and not men being shoved out completely, but men and women working together as one, and therefore coming together. And that's what Elementary, I feel, does perfectly, of bringing in females or actresses to play initially male characters, because you still have male characters being male characters and being reliable, being intelligent males, being emotionally sometimes really complex and interesting males. And while they rely on the females also rely upon them. There is dependency on both sides, but there's still also independence on both sides at the same time. A beautiful mix. Beautiful mix. And I'm fine with that. Sherlock brings something out of Watson. Watson brings something out of Sherlock. They both bring something out of each other that is better. It is a combination thing. And again, I've not seen future seasons. I'm only going off of season 1. It was wonderful. I loved Elementary. It was, again, a lot of episodes of Sherlock, and I like that more than just having a few. But also, again, I like Jonny Lee Miller's take on Sherlock. I was perfectly fine with Lucy Liu as Watson. I was fine with her. She thought she was actually, pretty good straight character, bouncing off of Jonny Lee Miller's performance. And then also the rest of the cast, from Irene Adler is amazing, of course. Not going to say anything more about Irene, but great actress, iconically awesome actress when it comes to that genre of things, as well as Aidan Quinn and the other detectives working there. The main principal ensemble cast is pretty spectacular. They all bring something to the plate, and they bring it to the plate very well. And that's what I like about it. Elementary, I will keep watching the show whenever I can. I loved it tremendously. Thank you so much for the person who recommended it to me. Again, I won't say names in case you don't want to hear your name said out loud, but shout out to you, bucko. You're awesome. Peace out, guys.